Holla ballers and a brofist to you all. Welcome to Drama Time on Friday, the 31st of January. Hello, preacher and audience. I am a big-time Drama Time fan. I'm writing to you from all the way across the wonderful ocean of Team USA, I assume. It doesn't say. I can't ever get to catch your stories live because of where I live, but my husband and I enjoy VODs on YouTube, and I listen to it on Spotify to get me through my workday on days when things are going particularly badly. Oh, so what you're saying is if you're having a good day, you don't listen, and if you're hearing this, you're having a bad day. That's what you're telling me. So, part of my brain wants to tell you something else, but I hope your day picks up. I'll be nice today. I'll be a kind, gentle sir. I'll be a gentle sir. Have a nice day. I'm still working my way through the backlog. As of writing this, I'm currently in 2023 of February, and one day I'll be able to catch up and be up to date. Sure. I've listened to hundreds and hundreds of the tales. I thought that it was time to share my own. It comes to you, of course, from the land of drama-free, happiness, roses, and silky green grasses, where we all hold hands, the land of Eorzea. It's my second home. Now, my husband and I are not newbies to the MMO world. We are veterans of Guild Wars 2. We started all the way in the beta for 5 years. Wait. Oh, you started in the beta, but you played for 5 years. We then played World of Warcraft for 5 years after that. Then we moved over to ESO for 2 years, where we ultimately then jumped over to 14. But despite all these years of playing in the MMO world, neither he nor I ever joined a guild. Excuse me? 5, 10, 12. You've played MMOs for 12 years and never joined a guild? Why? That's so weird. That's so weird. I desperately wanted to join a guild the first time I played, even though I was playing with friends. What do the raids and things. This isn't to say we didn't do the big multiplayer content, but we pugged every single part of it. We pugged every bit of raiding. In World of Warcraft, we pugged every bit of Mythic Plus. Jesus Christ. That sounds fucking miserable. Jesus Christ. You love queuing up, don't you? You should be British. Love a queue. Oh, it's awesome. I love standing around doing nothing. It's the best. Mike, I do want to tell you that this was a mistake, but so far, it had been fine. Just fine. So, the question, why? Why did we never join any guilds? Ooh, I haven't read it yet. Why would they never join a guild? I'm going to go with to ensure you could always play together. Because you might have been fearful that a guild would be like, we'll take you, but we're not taking them. We'll take you, we're not taking them. Anxiety is an often one. But we'll see. You're going to think this is really stupid. Okay. But I did have a fear of playing with other people because I'm a woman. It's not unfounded. I don't think it's stupid. Obviously, I am not a woman, but I do feel it has gotten much better in the last 5 years. There's always going to be horny little dorks, right? There's always going to be horny little dorks. But I feel like, generally speaking, in the last few years, it has gotten way better. Because there's just a lot more women around. It's less uncommon to, like, have a girl join the guild, right? It has been for me, anyway. Like, the last, I don't know, the last 10 years, there's always been girls in the guild. Always. Yeah. I do remember, though, 10 years ago, it was like, to hear a female voice was very, like, unusual. It was like, oh my god. Certainly during, like, maybe Kata era, that was when it was like, oh, Jesus Christ. There's a girl around, lads. Ties on. Yeah, ties on. Get doing some press-ups. You see, Mike, pre-MM... Oh, okay, it kind of makes more sense. Pre-MMO, I had spent years playing League of Legends and Magic the Gathering. Is it wrong of me to think that Magic would be worse than League? I kind of feel that Magic would be a worse environment than League. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a mixed response in the chat, but I feel like Magic would be a different sort of environment. Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of horror stories flying around Magic the Gathering IRL events. I'm always brought back to that infamous photo shoot that guy did of taking them poses with butt cracks. I know he got banned from Magic tournaments, but it was fucking funny. It was one of those things. It was fucking funny. He was doing all them like, he was like this, wasn't he? He was like the crossed hands under the chin, and he was like leaning on one knee and shit. Like, if you've never seen it, I think it's worth a Google. I know it was kind of cruel, I know, but it's one of those things you go into hell. It was that. You've seen it, right? Yeah. It was funny.
It's so good.
It was so funny, and he got banned from everything. It was fucking funny. Oh, God. Pull your pants up. Pull your pants up. Anyway, let's go to it. Years of League of Legends and Magic the Gathering had taught me that gamer bros were incapable of being normal as soon as they learned you had breasticles. They are distracting. And I didn't want any situation where anyone could learn my gender. All right. But through the grapevine, we heard rumors and tales, my friends. Let's see what your reaction is to this, chat. There was a place where that didn't matter. There was a place that was gender neutral and everyone was treated the same. FF14 was different. I just Googled it. Confirmed funny. Yeah. The guilds in FF14 aren't about that hardcore progression life. Sure. And content pushing and the like. Yep. Uh-huh. The guilds in FF14 are about the social aspects. I mean, more so than WoW, for sure. I mean, there's an element of truth in there. They had buffs, and so I took to the community finder on the Mog Station. Okay. Sure. Let's do that. And eventually, I found what I was looking for. The perfect FC. The name dragged me in immediately. It was named after one of my favorite TV shows. It was Breaking Horn. They were a small bunch of folks, just 30 or so people. They had social events organized, glam contests and things like that. They even had their own guild house, and members would just hang out there every evening when people were online. We sent in applications, and to our amazement, we were immediately accepted. Really? When we joined, welcomes everywhere. The Discord, in-game, oh my, it was like open arms everywhere we looked. Now, Mike, this is pre-drama time. Okay. And I was overjoyed to find out that this guild was run by a husband and wife. In parentheses, I now know what you know. Disclaimer, occasionally it's fine. Disclaimer, occasionally it's fine. I am not being harassed in person again at any of the conventions I attend by husband-wife guild leaders. Occasionally it's fine. The strange thing was, though, after we joined, I noticed that I never really saw the husband online. So all of the management was done by the wife, Zuzi. Oh, Bex. Oh, Bex. Seemingly moments after I joined, there was one member of the guild who seemed to take more of an interest in me than anyone else. He went by the name of Lionheart X. He was an officer. But then I found out that he was a she. She DM'd me shortly after we joined. Discovering she and I shared the same hobby, one that she'd even had a career in her early life. Oh, you're not going to tell us? Fuck. What's the hobby? But due to her age, she had gained a disability, and raising children, she had given up her hobby. We would talk so often in DMs. She was so sweet. She was in her 50s and all seemed well. Until, of course, and the reason we're here today, something changed. Mike, audience, I can't tell you what happened. I don't know. Suddenly, roughly about 6 months of us being in Breaking Horn, she got hostile. Practically overnight. She no longer DM'd me. Not that I ever really initiated conversations. It was always her. And she began to make really snide remarks to almost everything I wrote in Discord. I couldn't type nearly anything without a little jab being replied by her. I would say something pretty innocent like, "Oh, I'm so tired today," and would be met with something straight up rude for no reason whatsoever. Often I would get annoyed and reply, but it never really went further than just a minor message or two back and forth. Whenever the guild master or the officers would host events or mount farming sessions or things like that were on our social calendar that required sign-ups, she would remove her sign-up if either my husband or myself signed up for the event. All right, let's have guesses. Live chat. People listening on your apps or wherever you are. What is it? A 50-year-old woman overnight has suddenly changed and is now disliking of her. I can only imagine somebody else has got involved and said that she said this. One of those. That's what I think it's a he said, she said type situation. I think somebody else, the husband rejected her. Oh, she thought the op was a boy. I don't think so. They've been talking pretty much immediately, so I'm guessing that they knew that they were both women. I feel like she's got some information that's probably a lie. Maybe somebody who tried to get in the pants of the 50-year-old. Trying to stake a claim. We'll see. She decided to change her strategy when I stopped replying to the messages. Ooh. Oh, God, I love this story. I like the audience interaction here. What's more annoying? Someone leaving a snide remark when you type something in Discord, or just reacting to everything you type with a laugh emoji? I know what would annoy me more. It's the latter, right? Yeah, the laugh. Just constantly adding a laugh emoji is really irritating because it doesn't even make sense. It's the laugh for sure. That's just like really fucking annoying. There's eyebrows in front of my eye, or an eyelash in front of my eye. I would even be just in a casual conversation with somebody else on Discord, and every line I typed, she added the laugh emoji. That's really annoying. That is really fucking annoying. That is super annoying. I kind of respect it. As a play, I don't know whether I've just given all of you and everybody listening to this like an idea. Let's propose an experiment. Do it with a friend, right? Don't do it out of cruelty. But on Discord now, in your guild Discord, not in like the crawlers, because they'll get what's going on. In your guilds or whatever, just start adding a laugh emoji to somebody's comments. Just see how quickly it takes them to be like, what the fuck are you doing? Somebody who's a mate, right? A mate. You got to do it with a friend, because so they'll be like, what are you doing? Just see how quickly they respond. Just add, I'll do it. I'll join in. I'll do it. I'll do it to Crusher. I'm just going to add a laugh emoji. There we go. There's a message from Crusher. You know what's really annoying? My most recent reactions are all clowns. Right, I'm just going to add a grinning emoji randomly. There we go. Done. See what he says. I was honestly mystified. I decided to myself, fine. If she wants to play like that, I can too. And so I decided I would go through every message she had typed on Discord and put an emoji on it. But this is when I made a startling discovery. I wasn't allowed to add react emojis. Get wrecked. It's officer privilege only. Oh, God. Oh, God. It's officer privilege only to use emojis. Oh, she had blocked me. Oh, is that how that works? I've never blocked anybody on Discord, like that's in a server I'm sharing. So if you block somebody, they can't respond to your messages, but she can still respond to yours. Yet she had still opened every single message I typed and added an emoji to it. Now, I know everyone says this, but I swear to all the listeners here, wherever you might be in the world, I legitimately didn't do a single thing to her or anyone else. It literally made no sense. No sense. We were friends and on friendly terms with everybody who was in Breaking Horn. We attended all the events. We played almost daily with everyone. The only oh, here we go. The only thing that I could think of that had happened around this time was that I won one of the guild competitions. I had won a house in the lottery. Oh, it's not a guild competition. Oh, I know what you mean. You mean you had bid on a... Oh, did you bid on the same house? It can't be that. It can't be that you bid on the same house and you won the lottery. So I thought maybe she was upset about that. She had played for 6 years at this point, and we hadn't even put 12 months in. My only other guess, and these are guesses, Mike, is that she didn't appreciate that we were on opposite ends, oh no, of the United States political spectrum. The only reason I thought it could be this, not that I genuinely ever discussed things like politics in games, unlike her, who talked about it a lot, was there was one time in Discord that I defended a trans player against a transphobic officer. I think it's that. I think it might be that. I think we might have found it. I think it's probably that. But these are all just guesses. These are all just guesses. I hope we have an answer. Don't leave us guessing. Whatever the hell it was, be it the house, be it the political thing, I just ignored her. Until sign-ups went out for our weekly Panda Savage progress. We had been progging P1S for a few weeks at this point. Yes, Mike, P1S was taking us a few weeks, and that is a tale all of its own. Between our off-tank, don't see, you see how fucking quickly the elitists responded. Look how fast, you see. I'm not the elitist anymore. For 10 years, I was accused of being the elitist, right? And it was all bullshit. But here they are. Look at them. Fucking look at them. Look at them. Scum. Jesus Christ. Between our off-tank who showed up high out of his mind and unsuccessfully flirted with my husband, then logged off after rejection and never logged back into the game again. Literally, he's never logged in again. Made a play. Didn't land, you know. Didn't land the play. Didn't land. Made a move. Went for it. And the guild master who constantly got me killed by stacking on me during spreads and standing in my clock spot. Oh, Jordan, eh? I swear to you, Mike, it wasn't malicious. She was just really bad at raiding. In fact, we only ever killed P1S when she had to leave early and we pugged someone. Oh, kind of grim. But besides that, that's not this story. My husband, who was the main tank of our little static, and I, who was melee, had to go out of town the following week. We wouldn't really call it a static as such. It was a first come, first serve basis, which was annoying for actually trying to prog as our group was different every single time, but whatever, it's a social guild and I accepted the social rules. Anyway, upon seeing the message that we were going to be out of town for a week, Lionheart replied that she was happy she would finally have the chance to try Savage. Oh. So she's not even signed up to raids because you're there? Interesting. I do want to put a spoiler here for you, Mike. She ghosted the group that weekend and they just didn't raid. So she just replied to start shit with no reason. She just replied to start some shit. You gotta respect the effort of trying to keep up the hatred, even though there's like no justifiable reason for it. I've got to like that. Mike, this comment fucking snapped me. It was playing on my mind relentlessly. I couldn't let it go. And right in the middle of our vacation, I messaged Zuzi, the GM. I went over all the bullying Lionheart had been doing to me over the past several months. I was flabbergasted that a woman twice my goddamn age was acting like this for no goddamn reason. I outlined everything to Zuzi, including apologizing for messaging and that by doing my best to ignore the situation, but I wanted them to know that one of their officers was targeting me and I wanted to know why. Zuzi sent me one sentence reply. She's not like that, it's all in your head. Oh, there you go. I'm glad we got to the bottom of that. Cheers, everyone. Hey, problem solved. Hey, it's all sorted now. That's leadership. That's leadership in a nutshell. About 20 minutes later, I got a second message after I didn't reply. She told me the rest of the FC all loved me and that I was imagining things. She said that Lionheart was an adult and she didn't appreciate us acting like this and expected both of us to act like adults. Wow. Cool. I didn't really think of anything to respond. I just screenshotted it, thanked her for her time, and went on my way. I simply went on ignoring Lionheart and engaging with the rest of the FC and the friends I had made until... Here we go. The incident. Ooh, here we go. Here comes the incident. Lionheart was married. And her husband, Zach, was also an officer in the guild. One of the other officers had just adopted a macaw after months of work, and she was thrilled. That evening, she posted a photo of herself with her birdie, Squawkers, while she was eating fried chicken. That's inappropriate. I swear to God, that's what it says. I swear to God. I swear to God. I'll copy. I'll finish the line. She then posted a photo of herself and the bird while she was eating fried chicken, and she made the joke, "I do feel a bit guilty about doing this in front of him." I swear to God. For confirmation, I am not ad-libbing this. Control V. There it is. But then there was the message that sparked it all. Zach, Lionheart's husband, replied, "How very China of you." Laughing my ass off. There's going to be like a 50-50 split of people listening to this who are either like, dude, or somebody who's like, that's kind of funny. There's going to be like a real divide right down the middle of where you take that one. You're either Lamau or you're like, what the fuck? Okay. Jesus Christ. Where were we? Oh, no. I've lost where I was. Okay. I didn't get the joke. I stared at the message in genuine confusion. Oh no. China, I thought, question mark. As far as I knew, American-styled fried chicken wasn't a big thing in China. I knew that Korea was of course famed for its Korean barbecue, which sometimes includes fried chicken, and Japan has a thing about KFC. So I thought maybe he got his Asian countries confused. So I typed the response to try and help the situation. Chinese, question mark. To which Zach replied, yeah, don't you know? It's all over the news. The Chinese eat their pets, as we all know. He then linked me a YouTube video that was in the worst English accent you can imagine of a song with lyrics such as "Me eat Fido, me eat Fluffy." Evidence presented. Cited. Sources. Peer-reviewed. Nailed it. Nailed it. How can you deny it, right? We've got it. We've got it. I was honestly astonished that this was happening in the Discord with this seemingly very friendly guild. So I wrote, bro, that's really racist. But then it got worse. Oh, Jesus Christ. Some other FC members jump in saying this is not cool. You can't be saying shit like that and it's not true. He didn't back down, though. He began to argue back. And things started to get a bit heated. Until, of course, our saviour walks in. Zuzi, the ultimate guild master. She asked everybody to calm down. But it clearly wasn't getting calm. As it turned out, this is clearly not a joke from Zach. He truly believes that all the people in China eat their pets, and their pet stores are similar to restaurants, okay? And she decided that the best way to diffuse this situation was by agreeing. The line she typed that really put a flame to the dynamite was that it can't be racist if it's true. And that I shouldn't be upset. It is common knowledge that in China, people don't see animals as pets and therefore don't feel guilty when they eat them. Where is this information coming from? This is so US, it's unbelievable. What are you watching? I'm really confused. Like, what are you watching? Where is this information coming from? Like, oh yeah. What do you mean you don't know? Of course, sky's blue, doors open. You know, yeah. it's all part of it. It's all in there. I sat staring at my screen in shock at what I was reading, and I could tell that I wasn't the only one who was seeing it this way. Is this for real? I thought. Perhaps they were playing like an elaborate joke on us. What made it worse is we had a Chinese-American player in the guild. I've got to admit, I was sat patiently waiting to see what their response was. I saw them typing in the Discord, and with bated breath I waited until the message appeared that just said, "Yikes," and nothing else for the remainder of the evening. Yikes. Oh, God. It's all got a bit Pete Tong. Oh, no. It was, of course, at this point that I decided it's probably for the best that I bow out of this conversation. I simply sat back and watched as Susie and Zach battled it out with the people who were rightfully calling them out on this attitude. It may be worth mentioning here that Susie is a teacher at a private Christian school, praise be. And sometimes, if you were talking to her, she would get into how much she loved educating people and how they were wrong and she was correct. Which is the most important lesson of all, as we know. That is the most important lesson. At this point, I just closed Discord, but not before seeing someone write, "I can't believe you think this is a funny joke." And Zach replying, "I don't think it's funny." Stash. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not a joke. Okay. My husband and I had to have a bit of a conversation about what to do this evening. We made the decision to check in the morning to see how this had all come out in the wash. But we're likely to leave. And yes, looking back, I know I should have just left then. You see, the red flip. In a way, though, you kind of want to see how it plays out. There's a morbid curiosity to situations like this. Like, I've never met a flat earther, but if I did, you better fucking believe I'm engaging them in some long-ass conversations, like big time, because that's like finding fucking treasure. I'm well into it. I am like, oh, fucking no way. You're for real? Let's do it. Let's lay it down. Sit down. I'll buy you a beer. I want to know it all. Well, the sun goes down and the sun comes back up. It's the following day, my friends. We wake up and decide to have a nosy at Discord. Honestly, kind of excited to see what was going on. But before we get there, we see that my husband has received a DM from another guildmate who went by the name of Terrain. Terrain's message was, "Dude, what the fuck? I just got suspended from the Breaking Horn Discord." We're obviously confused at this. He asked Terrain if it had anything to do with the racist incident. But no. Terrain didn't even know about the racist incident. Now, you might recall that I told you that Susie was a Christian schoolteacher. Well, there were 2 strict rules in the FC. No talking about sex, which I was happy with, given my history with not joining any guilds, and no using any of the naughty words. Which ones? What's the line? I don't know. I can't even see the line anymore. Cunt, bollock, shit, pussy, I don't know. Which one's a naughty one these days? It depends which culture you're in. Are we in Australia? Where are we? I don't know. Piss fuck. Shit clown. Is that bad? I don't know. I don't know where I'd need a list. Can I get a list like a censor on TV? I need a list of what I can and can't say. As I said, it was a bit odd for like a gaming guild, but like not problematic for me. Until the night prior. Terrain was chatting with some fellow FC mates well after this racism thing had actually happened. He was talking about how the Bachelorette TV show put out a casting call in his city. What's the Bachelorette? From the name, I'm guessing it's girls looking for husbands. That good? Are we close? Just so we know what it's about. I'd put a casting call, pretty much. Yeah, okay. I put out a casting call in his city, and he was jokingly thinking about auditioning. As a single man, at the ripe old age of 28, someone asked how he was supposed to audition. And Terrain... What, you want to join the Bachelorette? What are you doing?
Well, no, I can't, right? So the Bachelorette's a really interesting show in which they get, like, 5 identical brown-haired, chisel-jawed men that all look the same.
Better be white.
Yeah.
Fuck for that.
Some variant of the name Topher or something like that, but they're all
No
same.
Bradley? I need a Bradley.
It's like that, but they're all basically the same guy.
How often are you watching The Bachelorette?
No, this is all I know about it.
Oh, fuck off.
This is the limitation.
Chris has got all the lore. Chris knows all the lore. He's a fucking lore master on The Bachelorette, big time. Yeah, anime and Bachelorette every night, that guy. He's got them all on Blu-ray. He loves it. Someone asked how you're supposed to audition, and Terrain explained he was to submit a 15-second video introduction of himself. But he followed that up with, "Oh, but I don't need full 15 seconds winky face." Surely, okay, never show this lady my channel. That's it? That's it? That's all you did? That's it? I don't need a full 15 seconds winky face? That's it? Zuzi happened to be online at that point and immediately admonished him for making a thinly veiled masturbation joke. She then went on to say that masturbation is a sin and it's nothing to be joked about. Zuzi has fucking ridden all the cucumbers. I guarantee it. I fucking guarantee it. Don't eat shit in her kitchen. It's a fucking nightmare. It's a war zone in there. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, racism's okay. You're not getting the message. Racism is fine because it's true. You're not listening. Will you pay attention to Zuzi's mindset? You're not getting it. It's not racist if it's true, right? That's facts. Yeah, write that down. Yeah, write that down. You're not keeping up. I'm trying to give you the facts here, so write that shit down. He was punished before he had a chance to respond, and his message was deleted. Fun fact, as you might be wondering, none of the racist messages were deleted. That was when my husband and I decided that this has just gone completely off the rails in a weird way. Outright stating racist stereotypes is apparently fine, but alluding to touching oneself for under 15 seconds, might I add. What's the time limit? What's the time limit? Can you scratch? They get itchy. They live in a hot place. They swing between the legs. We need to scratch every now and again. They go all over the place, man. That was grounds for immediate punishment. Is scratching okay? I don't know, man. I don't know. So my husband and I immediately, of course, quit the FC and left the Discord. Terrain did as well as 3 of our RL friends who had joined the FC under our recommendation. And interestingly enough, our Chinese-American friend also joined us once he learned that we too had actually given up. He had only stuck around through the racist stuff because people were defending him. Like, that was nearly 25% of the entire FC, bringing it back down to the mere 30. However, oh god, this doesn't end. That's not the... okay, we're not done yet. There's new people joining. Soon after... my husband gets a message from Talene. Now, Talene was another one of the officers in Breaking Horn, along with her best friend, Vix. It turns out they both lived in Southeast Asia and were often asleep when the rest of us were gaming. Talene had missed what had happened and was panicked and asked us why we had left, as she and Vix often sought out my husband and I specifically to play when we both happened to be online together. My husband replied by sharing all that Lion had done over the year, culminating in Zach's racist blowout, and told her that due to the ongoing harassment that we just couldn't stay. Talene said she had no idea Lion had been harassing me, and asked why we had never brought it to her. I said, I didn't bring it to you because I took it to the top of the food chain. I had taken it to the GM Zuzi, and Zuzi gaslighted the fuck out of me. And as it turned out, none of the officers, aside from Lionheart and Zach, had any idea that anything had ever happened. Talene said that she and Vix had noticed that Lion was rude to me, but assumed that since I didn't respond to it, it wasn't something to be bothered by. To top it off, Talene told us, as soon as the messages had come through in Discord that my husband and I had quit, Lion had immediately responded in the officer chat with a smiley face. Talene and Vix both went off at her in officer chat, and we were told. It eventually came out that Lion... Wait, Lion's behind it. Lionheart X, this mother trucker. It was revealed that behind the curtain, Lionheart X was actively encouraging Zach to keep going with his arguing in hopes that I, specifically, or someone would say or do something worthy of me being kicked from the guild. Susie told everyone that she was mad at us for leaving and not giving her a chance to smooth things out. Any second now, Susie's going to sort it out, all right? You just, any minute now, just give it a second and Susie's going to get it all squared away. Of course, with her track record, no one expected her to do a damn thing. Ultimately, we were told by Talene that Zach had been removed from the FC due to racism in order to keep the peace. But he was still welcome to spend time with them in-game and join their events. As another token, Lion had been temporarily demoted from officer until she showed in Susie's eyes that her behavior had improved. I know it isn't anything really, but I was honestly shocked that anything happened whatsoever. We later learned that Lion was so offended by the demotion, though, that she quit the FC, displeased. And we only discovered this as one day our trans friend, who also left the FC with us, was standing in Gridania, and Lion ran up to her, spamming the laugh emote for a solid minute before running away. 50 years old, by the way. 50 years old. Keck W the whole way. 50 years old and Keck Wing at people at Gridania. It tracks. It all fits, honestly. It all makes total sense. We messaged Talene to ask what happened. What? And as it turned out, Breaking Horn wasn't the first FC that Lion had done this in. She told us that when Lion first joined Breaking Horn, they received a message, or Susie did, to warn her about Lion, stating that she enjoys starting drama and tearing guilds apart, and that she has some interesting views on the world before going on her merry way. But Susie, in her infinite wisdom, said that she couldn't judge her by someone else's word, and that maybe she'd have a change of ways in their FC. But Mike, the story doesn't end there. How? At this point in the story, months and months go by. And Talene, Vix, my husband and I still are in contact and playing the game together. Though, I'll be honest, at this point not super frequently. We hear the Breaking Horn eventually managed to get themselves a new medium free company house in the Lavender Beds, in the most coveted of lot spaces. The one that's on the water, a bit secluded, with the little jumping stones to get to the front door. My husband, in his innocent mind, asks could he come and see the new place. Vic says sure. He takes him there and shows him around. The two shoot the shit a bit outside, no big deal. Vix tells us that the FC sort of died the day we left, as from that point onward they never had enough people for guild runs or to do social events, and eventually they just decided not to put them in the schedule at all. My husband, being the overly kind person he is, says that, oh, well, if things are different, he and I are more than happy to do content with Breaking Horn. Just let us know if they need more people, because it's better than no events at all. Vix happily agrees. Why? What is going on with your husband? Read the room, dude. Read the fucking room. Well, as this conversation is happening, it's time for dinner. So my husband just gets up from his PC to go and make it and leaves his character there, just standing beside the housing ward market board. Not even within the grounds of the FC house. When we get back, we find... okay. What race does Susie play in FF14? To no one's surprise whatsoever. Yeah, you know what it is. When we get back, we find Susie's little Lala potato standing directly in front of his character. Hands on her hips, wordlessly glaring at them. He came back to his PC to see this, threw a wave, and then left. An hour later, we receive a message from Talene. All hell had broken loose in Breaking Horn. Susie had lost her goddamn mind. She had ordered a FC meeting for everyone who was online on Discord and screeched that no one was allowed to speak or do content or to be in any way associated with us. And that by no means is anyone to allow or suggest that me and my husband could do content with them ever again. Furthermore, she had made a declaration. She DM'd us that we were not to step foot inside the Lavender beds of their ward ever again. And the second line that she sent was or else. The saddest part, for those of you listening to this, and from that day forward, we never heard from Talene or Vix again. As I type this to you today, Mike, that was 2 years ago. Why the fuck would anybody... The shit you guys get up to in guilds is fucking baffling to me. I have to tell you, though, my husband and I are happier than ever. We still enjoy our adventures in FF14. We just decided to make our own guild. Oh, Jesus Christ. No, Mike, it's not a husband-wife guild. It's just a place for us and our 7 IRL friends who left that FC to chill in. Right, but you two are the leaders, though, right? So, kind of is, isn't it? You're doing some Simone there. There's some mental gymnastics going on there. We managed to get ourselves a medium FC house that I lovingly decorated, and I run a 200 plus person 14 creatives Discord server full of wonderful writers, artists, G-posers, 3D modelers, and more. So, it's a porn website then. I mean, you know that's what I'm thinking it is. you know that's what we're all thinking. It's a collection of writers, artists, G-posers, and 3D modelers. And more. And breaking hard is something we occasionally giggle about amongst ourselves. That being said, I'm probably still not ever joining anyone else's guild or FC ever again in any game. No, that's not the way it should be. I say this every couple of drama times. Research a guild that has a goal you share. If you are looking for a place that's just like the pub, where there's no goal and you just want to talk to people, Discord is fine for that. But shouldn't give up on joining good guilds in games. It also makes your gaming life just so much better to have people to play with who are regulars. Mike and audience, I thank you for reading and listening to my story. I hope it was entertaining, and I hope that anyone who ever faces bullying while getting no help from the GM learns to get the fuck out of Dodge. Yes, no one should ever be bullied. No amount of nice people or fun activities is worth it. Look, thank you, Arthur. Your story was wonderful. We like it. Happy New Year. Contact that old lady. We need to know. What made her flip? I need to know. It's killing me. What was it? Was it the house? Was it political? Is it nothing? Did she just decide to target you? I need to know. It could be nothing. It could be something. I need to know. I see. You can't lead to $100 on political. I don't know, man. It could be someone who's just a bastard. They also exist. Painfully true. There also exists bastards. And bastards just do bastard shit for some reason. Because they're fucking weird. Bastards just exist. Now, doesn't mean there's some Venn diagram shit going on there. That can happen too. But we want to know. But that does bring the end of drama for today. I'm going home and I'm going to sleep. It's very exciting. I can't wait. I'm going home. I'm going to sleep. And it's going to be so good. We might be streaming Sunday. I don't know if we've got confirmation of that. If we are, I'm going to be doing some... I'm not only going to be doing some Monster Hunter World, but I might be in a massive creator, clash thing. It's a big war, but I don't know what's happening yet. I have no idea. So we'll find out, and I'll let you know. All right. But other than that, I say goodbye. No stream on Sunday. There you go. No stream on Sunday, so we're not doing it. No stream on Sunday. So you'll see me on Monday to kill Alan Treyon. You might not know him. Alan Treyon, he works at the local factory, but Alan Treyon will be killed. All right? It's going to be good. Love you guys. Thank you for a wonderful week. See you on Monday.